Hello everybody, this is Maniac4Bricks and welcome back to another episode of Tech Week, where we take a look at the behind-the-scenes technology and devices and software that I use to make my YouTube videos and improve my LEGO collection. So, I know I missed a few days here, sorry about that, but had other things I was trying to work on, but now we're back with kind of talking about my laptop, and more importantly, talking about my software and how I edit videos on a laptop or desktop computer. You can kind of see a reflection of me in the background. Hello. So, as far as a laptop, it's not too big of a deal to know that I use a Toshiba Satellite. It's just what's worked for me for so many years, but it's not necessarily the best. I could definitely get something that's a little bit better than this. It's had some wear and tear over time. It has been slow more regularly, but it still runs the programs and gets them saved and gets the job done. As far as the software that I'm using for this video, it's the Movie Studio 14.0 Platinum. I think also if you look for the word Magix or Vegas, it shows up in that range. It's if I'm not explaining it clearly enough through the video or it doesn't seem clear enough, just check the link in the description below or in the pinned comment. That should give you a little bit more insight as to what this one is if you want to check it out for yourself. Basically, it's the same video editor that a fellow YouTuber known as Cat Icarus, I watch him quite a bit, he mentioned once or twice that he's been using this software for most of his YouTube career, and it's something that he was recently offered to do a special offer with his subscribers. So, and when I say recently, I mean within the past couple of months. I got this around last year, and or around like mid last year, and it's been working okay. It's pretty good for the major discount that it was. It was like 60% off of what the original plan was, which is this video editor, a music editor, and I think something with photos. I don't remember exactly what, but it's something that has been working for me a-okay up to this point. I have not explored every feature with this software, to be honest. I mostly use it for just stringing along random video clips or whatever little bits in between videos I need to get, sometimes adding visuals to them, sometimes overlaying things, but it's been very basic right now of, the editing that you would expect from normal YouTube videos. It's enough for me to get through a whole bunch of clips and try to upload them through my computer. The reason why I like it a little bit better with the laptop versus a phone or iPod is that it gives me a bigger screen to work from, so I don't have my fingers all up on the screen, but also, better scaling and space to see what I need to work with. But also, if I upload it through a laptop or a desktop, then I have the option when I go to the upload part of YouTube, unlike an app for YouTube, this will allow me the option of what I've had enabled on my channel for a long time. I can schedule a video along with public, unlisted, and private. Now, this is something I've only really noticed working for the desktop and laptop versions of YouTube. I really wish I could bring over to an app capacity, because I don't think it would take a lot of effort, but I don't know anything about app development. This is something that's very helpful so that I can plan videos in advance and set them up at a certain time. So they will be, more consistent, hopefully, when it comes to uploading. This is the plan. And also, it also does run a little bit faster when it goes to the computer as opposed to a mobile device. I've noticed that, I can even plug this into my modem or router, whatever you want to call it, the thing that's transmitting the Wi-Fi. And it'll help videos get up real quick so I can, inspect them, be sure that they uploaded properly, and have all the necessary components. It also makes them more consistent for the description, because then I could go through everything. Like, there's already a format of what I've said in the description for each of these videos. Again, it only really happens through desktop as opposed to mobile. So, yeah, that's how that goes. So, as far as this video goes, here's the process that I'm doing for at least one or two videos, and I have done this several times before. Sometimes I would back up my videos, even raw footage, onto YouTube. Just set them as unlisted or private, and then I'll have a whole bunch that I can work from. So many of these don't really have much names to them. They might just have the word clips, or just might have the date for it, or something like that. But I've already taken two of them out here that I'm going to put into the video editor. So I could drag and drop them over here. I can also put them in there. And let's see. Should be able to show up there. Okay, good. So basically, I can drag and drop these around. And throw them in here and work on them. One thing that really helps with this versus a mobile device when it comes to editing is I could really be precise on when to cut different points of it, so I can eliminate ums and uhs and awkward pauses and things like that I have through videos every so often. So that allows me to get really up close. I can go practically frame by frame on this. That's what this little button on the side is for. So I can go frame by frame like that and get very accurate, very precise cuts in between stuff. So there wasn't like a weird space in between words or phrases that I didn't intend on. Sometimes when I record a video, I will leave those spaces in there if I mess up something. So that way I know that there is a big chunk that needs to be taken out. And when it comes to seeing the actual audio lines here, this is really helpful for identifying that space. So here's a big pause throughout this first part of the video. This means, the video is just starting, and if I go in here, go through a couple options. The first one I'm going to do is move this back a bit. Insert an empty event. Now this is something that, basically blank space, but what I'm going to do here as I go through this, I'm going to allow this fading over the video file and also the audio. So this will help me with getting the fade at the right time and the right percentage of the video. If you see a purple line, that's where it should be. So I'll just preview this real quick, and hopefully the rest of the video isn't too long, but I apologize in advance if it is. I'm sure people already unsubscribed and disliked because it's a long video. Okay, so got it starting just about here. Again, I could be more precise with it if I want to. And here's what I can do. I can split this, delete that, bring this all back, and even here, give me another thing for purple, so I know where I can bring it to get it at the right point.
Hello everybody, this is Maniac 4 Bricks, and we're here today with a double mail haul.
So there's the idea there. Now, let's say I make a mistake at the end of this clip, or I want to cut it short for some reason. So sometimes I actually throw it in here for a reminder for myself. Not only do I make a long pause, but sometimes I'll do a raspberry, whatever you want to call it, a spitting noise. And that's a way for me to say, this is no good. It should be deleted or cut before that.
Hello everybody.
Wait. So yeah, I can actually, that's another thing. I can actually go right back to where I left off.
Cool things lately, and hopefully.
So I should cut it a little bit before that. Basically where I stop talking, and then I could just bring this clip in and figure out where does that go. Oh, I guess I didn't need this clip entirely because I already did the intro again, so I guess I meant to delete this, but I didn't beforehand. Alright, that makes it easier. So, just got one clip to work from. I'll just bring this back a bit to basically where I start with the pose of the video. And that should be good. Now I can't bring it all the way back because I do need a little bit of blank space here for it to fade into. So let's see. And the purple line does change depending on where in the video like how long the video is. Let's see here. Okay, so it's showing me there.
Hello everybody, this is Maniac 4 Bricks. Hello everybody.
Trying to cut out some of that part. It can be a tedious process, but it helps me really get to identify what I need to do. This would be a lot more precise than other programs. I do like the other ones for the mobile devices just for the fact that they can overlay a little bit easier, a little bit more user-friendly. With this, you still can, but it takes a little bit more time and effort. One thing I've noticed through this program is if I wanted to overlay a photo or GIF, or video clip, sometimes it's hard to change the size of it, or even move it to other parts of the screen. For photos, generally, or GIFs, it will generally take the resolution at full part of the screen as the max space where it could be moved around. Like if I move it a little bit too far to the right or to the left, it'll actually cut off some of that unless I resize it. So that could be a bit of a pain sometimes, even if I can fade in and out. But let's see what we could do here.
Hello, everybody. This is Maniac4Bricks. We got two things.
And generally, when I do it through here, I run this. I look over video clips almost like 5 times to be sure the video is where I want it to be, depending on how long the thing is, or where the cuts really need to be.
Hello, everybody. This is Maniac4Bricks.
I would say probably chop a little bit more than that. Then bring this back a little bit. Try to look for that sweet purple line.
Hello, everybody. This is Maniac4Bricks. We got two large things in the mail today for the whole video. 2 Lego things. Really excited for. Let's see what we've got. I've had a couple things in anticipation, and I've had.
There's a stutter there I could probably take out.
Let's see what we've got.
I can even go to like the point where I stutter, so you can hear the first I here, the second I starts there, and try to work in between them. Split that.
What we've got.
Take out the extra breath in there. Mash them together, and here's what you hear.
I've had a couple things in anticipation.
Now let me try it back.
What we've got. I've had a couple things.
I still hear the 2 I's.
I've had.
Maybe it's somewhere in between here.
I've had a.
Oop, nope, that's the wrong thing to open. Like I said, there's a whole bunch of features through here that I have not been experienced with, but I still want to try at some point to understand them. I didn't go through the guide or anything for this yet. Alright, so I kind of had the first I in there. Let's try this.
Let's see what we've got. I've had a couple things in anticipation, and
Alright, that sounds a lot better.
really excited for. Let's see what we've got. I've had a couple things in anticipation. Really excited for.
There was a let's see in here I'm trying to look for, but it's so faint it doesn't really show up on the audio line.
Let's see.
Once I know what to cut and where to cut it, makes it a little bit faster to go in between clips.
2 Lego things. Really excited for. Let's see what we've got. I've had a couple things in anticipation, and
I'm not gonna be completely perfect with this, but it's like it gets me into the process of making it perfect. And like I said, I could do other features in here if I wanted to add video clips on top of this or superimpose them in between things. You know, I've done a handful of videos where I do those features. There's some that I'm just like try to get it real quick and just slap all this stuff together. So I don't always make the necessary cuts, but depending on the video or depending on the time of day I have, I will try to be more diligent, try to be more organized with them. So this is just a sample of it. I've already run for too long as it is, over time. But thank you for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see more about this, let me know in the comments below. Maybe we could do a live stream or something where I edit a video live from start to finish. So it'll give you a preview for an upcoming video, but it'll also give you better ideas to how I work with this process. We'll see you next time with more videos.